Bobby van Yardveld with A Vrou Wil Dit Hoor on Smile 90.4 FM, Cape Town's best mix of the 80s, 90s, and now. You're listening to SA Music Sundays, so you know what that means. It's that time of the week where we show lots of love and appreciation to local music, not just in and around Cape Town, but all over South Africa as well. Now, joining us next year on SA Music Sundays tonight, he's a singer, a songwriter, a producer, and a DJ, and he's joined us here on SA Music Sundays before. If you don't know who he is, that's okay. You're about to find out more. It's Gareth Nelson. Welcome back to Smile 90.4 FM. It's been a while. How are you?
I'm well, thanks to yourself, Dean.
Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us. Gareth, as I mentioned, you do quite a lot. Now, 2018 is coming to a close, and it's been quite a year for us all, I think. What do you think you're going to look back at with the biggest smile on your face, either musically or personally?
Well, definitely this interview.
Great answer. I like you more already.
You know what? I think musically this year has been interesting for me. I mean, I've definitely evolved in terms of, like the song, for example, One Last Breath. I mean, it's actually an old song that we rehashed and redid. And, obviously found this fantastic talent in Jacqueline Tolkien who sings on the song.
Yes.
And so to do collaborations like this has been an eye-opener for me as well, and to work differently in music, So look away from myself and look to other artists and to see how they can adapt to singing my songs, because you obviously write the song for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's been interesting for me. And then, getting back to the studio and actually working on music again and reinvigorating my love for music. And you mentioned just now about doing DJ work, and I've been fortunate enough to have been interviewing a lot of South African artists, and that's inspired me tremendously. And I've become quite good friends with like Claire Johnson from Mango Groove, and Cedar from Wunderworm, and these people have reinvigorated my love for wanting to make music and to get back into music, because I had lost my way a little bit. I'd lost a bit of the passion, as it were, because I kind of thought, well, where's it all going? What's the point? And these people showed me the other side of it, as it were, and sitting on the other chair has been, like I said, really opened my eyes and my ears, most importantly, to wanting to make music again.
Oh, that's good. It's nice to hear that 2018 has been such a big learning experience for you. It's always nice to look back on a year and be like, you know what? I learned a lot. I'm going into 2019 a lot wiser. So I think you should give yourself a pat on the back. Gareth, the year might be coming to an end in less than 2 months, but that doesn't mean that you're slowing down. You've recently released a new single, as you mentioned, called One Last Breath, that you collaborated with Jacqueline Tolkien on from The Voice South Africa. Now, she's also a past guest here on SA Music Sundays. What was it like collaborating with Jacqueline on this single? Is she not just the coolest?
She's awesome, and I mean, it's funny enough, the whole thing happened. I mean, her sister contacted me initially, and said, my sister rather sings, and would you be interested? So I said, well, let's have her here, let's hear her voice. And then I heard her voice, and I was absolutely blown away. I mean, for me, it's a very soulful voice. She's got a very sort of Amy Winehouse feel to it.
I was just about to say that. She reminds me of a South African Amy Winehouse. So you and I are on the same page right now.
Absolutely. And I mean, and she's an incredibly talented woman. And you know what? So when I heard it, I knew I had to work with this voice. And this song, like I said, originally was a more upbeat sort of rock song. Mm-hmm. And I spoke to my producer, and he said, why don't you slow it down and let's do an Ed Sheeran feel on it, Slow it down, make it more romantic. And then I just heard her voice again in my head, and I thought, you know what, this will work perfectly with her. And we brought her in, and it was a long day, but I mean, we got it down, and I mean, she's got a lot of jazz influence, so she's, slightly off time with some of the pop structures and things like that. But I mean, that added another flair to the song. And, it just came out beautifully. And I mean, she's a fantastic singer, and I wish her all the best with everything. And I'd love to work with her again on something. But, for now, we've obviously done this special piece of work that I'm very proud of.
I love that. Let's find out what it is that came together so beautifully. For the first time, you're on Smile 90.4 FM. It's Gareth Nelson and Jacqueline Tolkien with One Last Breath.
Are we done now? And are we over? Are we finished? Have we had a last day? 'Cause I was meaning to tell you, I was hoping you would stay. 'Cause baby, I'm trying to find another way, free my emotions, not to hide them away. Please, just give me one more try, 'cause I'm down to have walked many a road, crossed many a bridge, and I still don't know what to say. Cause I was trying everything and nothing at all. Yeah, I should have just been me. Cause baby, I'm trying to find another way to free my emotions and to hide them away. So please, just give me one more try. Cause I'm down to one last breath. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know who to be. I was trying to be me, to love you and more. That's all I could give. So please, baby, don't walk away. Cause baby, and I'm trying to find another way to free my emotions and not to hide them away. So please, just give me one more try. Cause I'm down to one last breath. Cause baby, I'm trying to find another way to free my emotions and not to hide them away. So please, just give me one more try. Cause I'm down to one last breath. One last breath. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
That's Gareth Nelson and Jacqueline Tolkien with One Last Breath here on Smile 90.4 FM, Cape Town's best mix of the 80s, 90s and now. In between all of that, Gareth hasn't gone anywhere just yet. He's still here on the line. Gareth, as we touched on earlier, you do a lot between singing, songwriting, producing and DJing, and you were talking about how 2018 has been such a musical eye-opener for you, meeting so many other musicians, getting a chance to work with a lot of people as well, learning new things about yourself musically or just learning new things about music in general. So what else is on the cards for the rest of 2018 and maybe even 2019 that we can look forward to? Because it seems like a new side to Gareth Nelson is on the way by the sounds of things.
Well, I really hope so. And I mean, I'm keeping busy. Look, December, obviously, we're going to take the foot off a little bit and been writing and working, but we'll be in the studio working on the new material and trying to get it out with like as an EP, say early in 2019, and then obviously push that out as much as possible. And then, of course, get back into the live scene as well, which is very, very important. And I think it's always important to get in touch with the fans and to actually interact with them personally. So that's something I've been a bit lazy on of late because I've been working on a lot of new material and in the studio a lot. And writing and producing takes time. So and you don't want to just pass over quickly because, you're going to have to come out with an inferior product. And I've also been, like I said, I really am trying to work on the collaboration thing and writing songs for other artists as well. I mean, I really churn out a lot of music and I sometimes feel I'm not going to do it justice, that's for sure. And I'd love to get somebody else to sing my stuff and to develop another young artist or work with them, a more mature artist. I think that's fantastic. And there's so much scope to music and there's so much availability in terms of what you can do with music. I think to just close yourself off and say, well, this is my music and this is all I do, I think that's a bit silly.
Yeah, no, definitely, I think so. Keeping yourself open to all kinds of possibilities, I think it's a very good mindset to have. Gareth, where do we need to go just before I let you go? I need to find out where I need to go if we want to add One Last Breath to our playlist in the traffic.
Well, it's on obviously the various platforms from Spotify to iTunes to what's the other one that's called now, SoundCloud, all these various things like that. It's obviously on my website as well, so you can buy it there. And then obviously on YouTube, etc. So it's really all over the place at the moment, and it's doing quite well. I'm quite chuffed with it. So I'm hoping a few people will add it to their drives in the traffic.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan. I'm on it right now. Gareth, thank you very much for joining us once again tonight on SM Music Sundays. It's been a pleasure chatting. Please look after yourself, and hopefully we get to catch up with you again very soon.
Hopefully, and thank you so much for the chance to chat to you tonight.
Only a pleasure. Take care, all right?
Cheers, Dean.
That's Gareth Nelson joining us here on SA Music Sundays tonight. A singer, songwriter, producer, and DJ. Wow, so many hats. I wonder if there's something that he doesn't do, because that's quite a lot of talent right there. His latest single, One Last Breath, that was put together alongside Jacqueline Tolkien, who you might remember from The Voice South Africa or past guest here on SA Music Sundays. It's available right now for you to check out and download and add to your playlist if you want to. I had a lot of fun chatting to him. Really nice guy. We've still got lots more great South African music where that came from before we check out your gig guide to find out when and where you can catch some good local talent in and around Cape Town this week. So make sure you keep it tuned in to SA Music Sundays right here on Smile 90.4 FM.